We continue our work on on-page optimization with ChatGPT, and we're tackling advanced mechanisms to improve your website's search engine performance and user engagement. And we're going to start with security. Security is not just a preference, it's a necessity. HTTPS secures your website's data, protecting both you and your visitors. So maybe you don't know how to implement HTTPS on your website. I'm querying ChatGPT. Help me migrate my website to HTTPS. Give me a step-by-step method that beginners can understand, but detailed enough for me to finish this today. So there you go. You get a complete migration method to HTTPS. And this isn't just for security. It's a signal to search engines and users that you value their safety. This trust is essential, directly influencing your site's credibility and, consequently, its ranking in search results. Now, we've already seen that internal linking is another crucial element to get higher rankings, because it does more than navigate. It weaves a web of relevance and authority throughout your site. So let's ChatGPT help us. We are going to use a specific GPT to help us find internal linking opportunities. And the name of this GPT is perfect because it is Internal Linking Opportunities Finder. I'm going to enter the main article URL. And then I'll use a list of URLs from the sitemap that I'm considering for internal linking opportunities within this main article. And the result is great since we get a top 5 of contextual internal linking opportunities with the link anchors and the URLs to add, so this aids navigation and also reinforces thematic relevance, enhancing the SEO value of linked pages. All right, as you saw before, we used a sitemap to get internal linking opportunities. An XML sitemap is like a roadmap for search engines, outlining the structure of your site and ensuring no page goes unnoticed. But what if for some reason you don't have a sitemap and you want to get one? No need to make it complicated. Let's ask ChatGPT. I'm asking ChatGPT, help me create an XML sitemap step by step for a newly launched fashion e-commerce site. I can answer every question you have. The result is a step-by-step approach, a list of actions that you need to accomplish for your sitemap to be valuable. If you have your complete list of URLs, you can totally continue the conversation and ask ChatGPT to create a basic XML sitemap for you, and then you can upload this sitemap on your website and use it in the Google Search Console. Now moving on to featured snippets. Featured snippets are the gold standard of search visibility, offering direct answers to user queries at the top of SERPs. If you get one, that's perfect, because the space you take on the results page is enormous and your click-through rate is through the roof. So let's explore something we can do with ChatGPT, like give me strategies for structuring an article entitled 10 Awesome DIY Home Repair You Could Do to qualify for a featured snippet. We can see that to capture a featured snippet, especially for DIY topics, clarity is key. Structuring your post with numbered steps, bullet points, and concise explanations directly answers the how-to queries prevalent in home repair searches. So you could tell yourself that this is easy, but there's a high chance that you may have missed part of what's detailed here. Okay? Bounce rate is often a nightmare in SEO because it tells Google that people don't stay on your website. And that's not what you want, obviously. So how to fight it? With engaging content. Engaging content keeps your audience on your page longer, signaling to search engines the value and relevance of your content. To demonstrate, I'll get back to WebPilot and I'll ask, suggest innovative ways to enhance content engagement and avoid bounce for this URL. And I'm going to paste my URL.
So this gives me a ton of interesting actions, some being a little ambitious, some being very easy, like quizzes and polls, but it's true that, for example, expert interviews or Q&A sessions will clearly demonstrate to search engines that your content is valuable and worth ranking higher.
Another interesting optimization you can take care of with ChatGPT are canonical tags. If you don't know them, canonical tags inform search engines which version of similar content is the master or preferred one. That's interesting. For example, if you have parameters like sizes or colors, because it avoids having rankings for the same thing multiple times. Let's get ChatGPT's take on it. I need help creating canonical tags for an e-commerce site with multiple URLs per product due to parameters like size and color, causing duplicate content issues. How can I dynamically generate canonical tags to consolidate these URLs and improve SEO? Please provide a simplified strategy and examples.
And like this, we get a simplified strategy to implement canonical tags on our website and also a simplified implementation example.
We now enter into a very advanced space of on-page optimization. So if you're not comfortable with that, it's better to skip it. If you are, you may know what a robots.txt file is. A robots.txt file tells search engine crawlers which pages or sections of your site should not be processed or indexed. It can be very useful if you know that there are some pages that are not worth ranking on your site to focus the time of the robot on the pages that matter. Let's see that. For this, I'll use WebPilot and I'll type configure a robots.txt file and explain your choices for this e-commerce site. And I'll type the URL of my website.
The result is that I get a perfectly reasonable robots.txt file
with explanation, so I can filter out a few lines if I don't agree with ChatGPT's choices. And like it is said, I agree, this configuration will guide search engine crawlers to the most important and relevant pages on the site, while protecting user privacy and preventing the indexing of pages that could harm the site's SEO.
Browser caching stores web page resource files on a user's device, reducing load times for repeat visits. It's a vital factor for SEO and user satisfaction. So this is an advanced technique, and let's see how ChatGPT can help us.
Querying WebPilot. Give me a specific step-by-step method to implement browser caching for this website, and I'll paste my URL.
And what I get is a complete method. No matter my web server type, no matter my configuration, I can update my server configuration very easily, and I have all the instructions that I need to configure it properly.
Moving on to a big problem in SEO, which are
404
errors. These errors can negatively affect user experience and site credibility. So let's see what ChatGPT can do to help. I'll ask ChatGPT, give me a list of concrete actions for monitoring and addressing
404
errors on a content-heavy website.
And what we get is a great list on how to address 404 errors easily, starting by fixing broken links or implementing 301 redirects.
Now, regular SEO audits are essential for identifying both technical and content-related improvements. Obviously, you can perform one with an SEO tool like SEMrush or Ahrefs. But if you don't have a subscription, Maybe you want an easy process. That's where ChatGPT enters the stage. We are going to use WebPilot. Create a checklist for conducting a quick SEO audit on this website, and I'll paste my URL. As you can see, the audit covers pretty much all the items we covered in the introduction of this section, plus a few more details. So once again, like I said, if you can monitor these elements, you already did 80% of the job. All right, so that was a lot. We covered many technical elements here, between canonical, bounce rate, audit, and more. I hope you are not lost. I hope you handled everything properly. One thing to know is that you don't need to use every prompt to have an efficient website. This is definitely a long list, and you need to pick what's really relevant to you. For example, you can easily get HTTPS and sitemaps nowadays, so you can focus on the rest. That's really up to you. But you pretty much have everything to have good results. To get even more detailed prompts, you can use my downloadable resource for this section. And also don't forget to take the quiz to see if you understood everything well. Once you're done with that, we're going to talk about how ChatGPT can help you with technical SEO. And for that, I'll see you in the next video.